Good to see you again, guys. Today I'm gonna show you how to give basically any vehicle in the game bulletproof tires. So let's check out how. This conversion can be found during the mission The Long Stretch, which is marked on a map as F-letter and can be found in Franklin's aunt's house. This does not work with the mission replay. So in this video we will be talking about the conversion. This means we won't be obtaining any specific vehicles. I will rather just briefly explain to you how to give any vehicle of your choosing bulletproof tires. So that means you don't have to convert those same vehicles which I show in this video. You can choose anything you like as long as the vehicle you choose cannot enter the matcha. Since, as we know, obviously, vehicles which can enter it can always be given bulletproof tires in there, and this conversion would be pointless on those. So in the end, this conversion is basically useful for trucks for the most part, but also for planes, boats, and some smaller vehicles which cannot enter the matchup. Conversions, due to their unlimited vehicle choice, are always considered as optional. This doesn't mean now that everything that exists must be given bulletproof tires after you finish watching this video. It can be done, of course, but it's not practical. I would suggest to think long and hard about which vehicles deserve to be upgraded in your saves and which don't, if any. Although the Long Stretch is unlocked pretty early during the storyline, I truly suggest keeping the mission on the map till it has to be passed, which is before the mission Hood Safari. Why is that? Well, for one, the best method to pull this off involves using Floyd's apartment, which is not unlocked before Friends Reunited, and for two, if you do this conversion late, you can also use all the special and rare vehicles found during the storyline up to this point for this conversion and give them bulletproof tires, and this way sort of upgrade them if you want. Since this conversion works with a mission failure, you can convert as many vehicles as you want, as long as you have the storage for them. Although remember that only one vehicle can be converted during one attempt. Before you start a mission The Long Stretch, make sure you have the vehicle you want to convert stored at Floyd's apartment as Trevor, since this place is the only one which can fit huge vehicles which, as mentioned before, are mostly useful for this conversion. If the vehicle is too big to fit under his apartment, just enter from the back area and place your vehicle here. Don't worry, all the area here will safely save your vehicle. If you want to convert a boat or a plane, have them stored at the marina slot or hangar respectively. You should also grab a body armor since shooting in this mission is quite intense, and you will also need health for the conversion part. It's also a good idea to max out Franklin's stamina. I will first show you how to convert road vehicles. Play the mission normally until you have to climb over the wall and escape the cops. The first vehicle you enter now will automatically be given bulletproof tires, and since our vehicle is stored at Floyd's apartment, we have to run all the way there with Stretch and Lamar. If you thought that is fine, then bulletproof tires are only given to your vehicle while cops are still after you. So while you run to Floyd's, you must also keep the cops chasing you all this time. This is not always easy since Lamar and Stretch are pretty weak and can very easily die. So you should look out for nearby officers, and if there are too many of them, just take some of them out. If the cops should lose the visual on you, just shoot at them again to draw their attention. Once at the apartment, get inside your vehicle and drive away from the save slot. That's literally everything that needs to be done, and after that, just try to abandon your homies to fail and exit the mission. I was lucky and failed quite fast since Lamar died, but sometimes you gotta run pretty far until you finally lose them. Don't worry, regardless of your distance, your vehicle will still be left where you last used it after the failure. Run back to your vehicle and store it to any storage unit which can keep the bulletproof tires. Those are basically all the garages in the game except in the first version 1.0 on Xbox 360 and PS3, where you must not place the vehicle to a safe house, since safe houses don't keep bulletproof tires in this version. That includes Floyd's house, which is also the reason why we moved it away from the safe slot. I converted to stockade, but you can choose anything you want as long as it can't be given bulletproof tires in the mod shop.
If you should want to save that vehicle into interior garage, although it is rejected normally, you can by following those tips. The method to do this will again be version dependent. If you play the very first version 1.0 on Xbox 360 and PS3, storing big vehicles is rather easy. All you gotta do is just park your vehicle in front of the garage door, get out and get back inside. Don't press any buttons until the engine ignites, and if it does, just press enter garage button, since the option to do so will still be on the screen. Unfortunately, this got patched and the enter garage option no longer stays on screen if you press the enter vehicle button. Sadly, big vehicles cannot be stored into those garages in later versions all the way until garage entry animations got added. So if you have such version and you have no space to store your big vehicle in, just skip it. With the addition of garage entry animations though, Rockstar made storing trucks possible again, unintentionally of course, and that method is more complex than the old 1.0 method. For this trick, you of course need your big vehicle, a small vehicle which can enter the garage, and a taxi. Try to place your vehicles same way as shown here. The next part is complicated and requires precise timing. Press the button which activates the taxi side mission and immediately run into your small car before the dialogue ends. This trick might need being sort of familiar with what taxi dialogues sound like, and turning on subtitles might help as well. Once in your small car, wait until the taxi dialogue is about to end, and few microseconds before it does, press the enter garage button. If done correctly, you can exit the car after the dialogue ends, something you normally wouldn't be able to do. Right after you exit, try and run into your big vehicle as quickly as you can. If you fail, you can try this again, but I assure you, this is not an easy trick to pull off, and if you need further information, I have a video which is dedicated to that glitch specifically. This trick works with all three characters, however, it is a bit more tricky to do with Michael.
When you want to convert planes, things will be a bit different due to how the hangar storage system works. Just like before, when you need to escape the cops, keep them chasing you and run all the way to your hangar. Take your plane out and run out of the airport area with your homies. For some reason, failing the mission inside the airport will delete your plane from the map, but when you do this outside, it won't happen. It's quite easy to lose homies once you get out though, since they cannot handle the airport gates and will stay miserably stuck behind them, allowing you to just run away, fail and exit. If you go back to your plane, make sure you get inside it and then quick save either inside it or next to it and load that save up. Do not place it back to the hangar. Although it seems empty, placing it back without loading the save results in your old plane replacing your converted one for no reason. However, if you load the save up, you can see that there is your old plane in the hangar. Take it out and place the one with bulletproof tires there instead. Get far away from the hangar, and if you go back, you will see how your plane with bulletproof tires is still there, safe and sound. To do this with boats, you basically need to do the exact same thing like you did with planes. Run to your marina, get in the boat abandon the homies, get back into your boat, quick save in or next to it, load the save up, place it where the old boat was, get far away and back and enjoy your boat with invisible bulletproof tires. One might notice that I did not talk about helicopters in this video. Well, the reason is very simple. All helicopters in the game already have bulletproof tires by default, so there is no point doing this conversion with them. The other vehicles which always have bulletproof tires are, for example, a Dozer, Rhino and a Rusty Tractor, so don't waste your time converting those either. The huge dump truck or dock handler are probably vehicles that are also too huge to fit near Floyd's apartment, so forget about those as well. If you want to convert special and rare vehicles from the storyline, then you can choose anything you want, but I'd like to point out some of the most practical ones. First one is definitely the hauler from Scouting the Port, which once given bulletproof tires is exactly the same hauler that is found in Monkey Business. However, it does not require a death stat, which Monkey Business 1 unfortunately does. So for those who care about stats, this conversion can be helpful with this hauler. What's more, there are some vehicles in old Xbox 360 and PS3 versions which cannot be obtained with bulletproof tires from missions, like Ambulance and Burrito from the Bureau Raid, Stockade in the Final Heist, Benson in Jewel Heist, or the Red Packer from Pac-Man, which requires a total of 3 busted stats in those old versions. They are all easily obtainable in the enhanced versions, but this conversion helps you to safely recreate them in older versions as well. The only rare vehicle worth pointing out is Lamar Speedo, which has to be obtained from Chop if you want to give it bulletproof tires, since the hangout option with Lamar will not work while this mission is on the map. Just a fun fact, there is an unobtainable special Lamar Speedo with bulletproof tires in the game, which can now be recreated with this conversion. For the end of this video, I would rate this conversion slightly annoying. It's surely somewhat annoying to run around with cops, but it's not that much of a distance and the overall method is actually pretty simple.
Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, you can let me know about this by hitting a like button and of course by subscribing. Also make sure to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos in the future.